not authorized to conduct any traffic control. You must remain on the sidewalks where applicable, and where there are no sidewalks, you cannot block or obstruct vehicular traffic. You cannot obstruct the entrance or exit from any business, and there are no vehicles allowed inside the march. Thank you, and please have a safe event.
Y'all give us about 10 feet.
Doing good. Stay safe, yourself.
Yeah.
Hold it up.
No, that's the guy.
This is what democracy looks like.
I know.
This is what democracy
looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Oh, by the way,
What democracy looks like.
when I came through here at 1:30,
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
I want to hear y'all today. Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Finally got a sidewalk.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going onto the sidewalk. Please, 2 by 2, onto the sidewalk.
You don't get no sleep.
If we don't get no justice, if we don't get it, let me hear you say, if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
You got it.
How you doing, Reverend Johnson?
no good cops in a racist system. All right, crowd, I need to hear you guys back there. I want to hear you. We're marching for justice. We're marching for criminal justice reform in Alamance County.
Yeah.
We marched on 1031. We marched to the polls. We were attempting to march to the polls, excuse me. And our peaceful demonstration was interrupted by Chief Chrissy Cole and Sheriff Terry Johnson. Pepper spray was used on peaceful protesters.
And it looks now like they may never
Here is social distancing. Let us take our time and let us maintain our focus. We're not in a rush, we're not in a hurry to get to where we're going. These are our streets.
Guys, let's make sure we're maintaining social distance.
And we are moving in a peaceful manner. Please adhere to social distancing mandates. Let us protect one another. The people united will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated. United will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Marchers, I need to hear you guys today. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people. Guys, I want to talk about some names today. Anybody want to call out some names today? Since this is the March for Criminal Justice Reform. Anybody want to call out some names today? All right, I need to hear you guys. I need to hear you marchers. Say their name. Leon Mebane. Say their name.
Leon Mebane.
Say their name. Say their name. All right, guys, White Outlaw, say his name. Say his name. Say his name. George Floyd, say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Breonna Taylor, say her name. Breonna Taylor. Say her name. Breonna Taylor. Say her name. Breonna Taylor. Philando Castile, say his name. Philando Castile. Say his name. Philando Castile. Guys, let's go ahead and come back to Alamance County. Graham, North Carolina, killed an unarmed black man. Jaquan Light, say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Sandra Bland, say her name. Say her name. Say her name. Show me what democracy looks like. Fist in the air, show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. Our street. 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 Whose streets? Whose streets? Whose streets? Whose streets? If we don't get no justice, if we don't get no justice, Alright guys, we're going to please make sure we're remaining 6 feet apart. Alright. If everybody could please just stay 6 feet apart so we can follow the COVID guidelines. Mr. Clinton will help us assist you with that.
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. We're gonna keep on walking, keep on marching up land. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around. Turn me around, ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. We're gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up freedom land. Ain't gonna let racism turn me around, no, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let racism turn me around. We're gonna keep on walking, keep on marching, marching up freedom. Ain't gonna let white supremacy turn me around. Oh no, turn me around. Turn me around. Ain't gonna let white supremacy turn me around. We're gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Come on y'all, turn me around. Turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. We're gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Y'all lift it up.
And let no statue turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no statue turn me around. We gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Ain't gonna let no police turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no police turn me around. We gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Ain't gonna let no racism turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let racism turn me around. We gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Ain't gonna
let white supremacy turn us around. Oh no! Come on! Ain't gonna let white supremacy turn me around. We're gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Oh, oh no! Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. We're gonna, Oh, we ready, we ready, we ready for change. Go slow down in a minute. We ready. Lift it up, everybody. We ready. We ready for a change. For change. Come on, Graham. Everybody say, we ready for change. We ready. We ready. We ready for change. We ready.
Right.
Can you get close up in your mask?
Sure. Okay.
This way?
Be safe crossing, be safe crossing.
Thank you.
Be safe crossing.
They're getting split up. They're getting split up. See this big group of the signs there? I'm gonna file in with them when they get to us, and then get a couple shots going with them, and then we'll hustle our way back up to the front. No signs of bad language and everything so far, so either they aren't here or I've missed them.
Straight! Straight! Okay. Going.
I hate this backpack compared to the TVU ones because I can't get a good
Latch on it. That back there, right there.
Here they come. Okay.
I will. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Fin de semana. I can't drop that. Okay, yeah. But I can go up and like touch my foot behind my back.
There's that one holding it right now. And unfortunately, on the last day,
Well, like when they're like, all right, let's go play catch up. By you? Okay. Let's get up to the front. We'll do a stand up with you. Who is that? Oh, yeah. Don't worry.
And I think it's only getting more progressive because of its proximity.
Oh yeah.
And from a very young community.
That's why. So they're freaking out. Yeah. All over North Carolina.
Down!
Almost there.
If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down.
Stand by.
Who street? 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 Who street?
Your mic is hot.
If you're just now joining us right now, we are at the site of a protest in Graham, North Carolina, Alamance County. About 100 protesters, more than 100 protesters have been walking along the streets of Graham. The purpose of the rally and the march is to advocate for police and criminal justice reform. The protest and rally has been going on for about 20 minutes so far. Things have been peaceful so far, no issues. No altercations, no violence, nothing like that. Protesters have been chanting on loudspeakers, various chants advocating for Black Lives Matter, police reform. And what you're looking at right now is protesters are attempting to cross the road here. It's a little bit difficult to rally and march in Graham because the sidewalks are pretty narrow. But the rally is organized by Reverend Gregory Drumright. And you can hear those chants going on right now. And throughout the protest and rally, Graham police have been following alongside the protesters. Before the rally actually started, Graham police unexpectedly showed up to the church in Graham where they were gathering and read a copy of a release to the protesters, basically saying that this rally, this march, was not authorized. There's a bit of an incident going on there with police driving their vehicle through the parking lot over there, as you can see. Police have been following along the protest as it's been going on. Essentially, police stated that they were not authorizing any road closures, they were not authorizing any traffic detours because this rally was not permitted, not officially authorized. Reverend Gregory Drummite, the organizer, did acknowledge that before the start of the rally, but he said that's okay. He said they're going to be safe. He said that they're going to follow police recommendations as best as possible, maintain social distancing. A little bit difficult to actually maintain social distancing out here due to the sidewalks, but it looks like folks are attempting to do their best, wearing masks, chanting. It has been thoroughly peaceful so far. Police have been following along. Now, you'll remember a few weeks ago in late October, there was an altercation between police and protesters during early voting, but we haven't seen anything of that sort today.
How they plan to get us across, but we will catch up when we can.
And I'm working here with with our videographer Crosby. We're going to attempt to cross the street safely when we can. But as you can see, folks holding signs reading messages including "No justice, no peace," "Police reform now." It looks like people from all creeds and all backgrounds out here. Should we cross the road now? Okay, we're going to cross. It looks like the protesters have reached a gathering point, a stopping point in the parking lot of Andrews Memorial Baptist Church offices here in Graham. And it sounds like the organizer is speaking over a loudspeaker now. So we're going to walk a little bit closer if we can and try to understand what they're saying. And throughout this rally, throughout the march, the organizer has stated that this will be a thoroughly peaceful gathering. He made sure at the beginning nobody had any weapons or anything that could be dangerous. He said at the beginning the only weapon they would use is their voices. And as you can see right now, protesters are gathering.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. What do we want? Now. What do we want? Now. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down.
Swap back over to my mic.
All right, sounds good.
Keep yours on.
Say it's right, Christian Grey. 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 Some of you may not be aware of the overnight shooting in Harlan County early this morning. Bernard Carnegie.
No good cops in a racist system. I need y'all to say that with me because in Alamance County, the police system seems to be aligned with the racist here. So I want to hear you marchers say this with me. No good cops in a racist system.
No good cops in a racist system.
Terry Johnson, no good cops in a racist system.
No good cops in a racist system.
Guess what, guys? Chief Christy Cole has not been the police chief long, but Police Chief Cole, no good cops in a racist system.
No good cops in a racist system.
Preach it, Q.
Y'all want to say some more names today? Jaquan Light, say his name. Say his name. Marcus Smith. Say his name.
Marcus Smith.
Say his name.
Marcus Smith.
Wyatt Outlaw. Say his name.
Wyatt Outlaw.
Say his name.
Wyatt Outlaw.
Sandra Bland. Say her name.
Sandra Bland.
Say her name.
Sandra Bland.
I don't know about you guys, but when I say these names, I get to shaking. I get this feeling in my body because I have children, but not just that I have children, but for myself as a citizen of Alamance County, a very racist police force governs us here, and we are marching today for criminal justice reform in Alamance County. We're no longer going to stand for this, guys, and we're going to be out here marching until there are decisions made. Anybody in agreement with that? No good cops in a racist system.
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 Guess what, guys? I want to hear what you guys want. Is anybody looking for justice today? Anybody out here looking for justice? So if we don't get justice, what do we want? Shut it down? If we don't get no justice, if we don't get no justice, no peace. No peace.
No justice. No justice. No racist.
Alamance County, it's time for criminal justice reform. It's time for you to get your knee off your neck. Get your knee. Get your knee. Get your knee. Get your knee. Peaceful protesters practicing their First Amendment rights, being restrained in the streets by Alamance County law enforcement, Alamance County Sheriff's Department, Alamance County, Graham Police Department. Then felony charges brought on to a preacher that is leading a peaceful protest. So guess what, Alamance County? We know that Chief Christy Cole is responsible, Terry Johnson is responsible, but District Attorney, we want answers from you two. We come for answers today. We come seeking criminal justice reform in Alamance County. No good cops in a racist system. No good cops in a racist system. No good cops in a racist system. Guys, we understand you have jobs, but this is your time right now, Alamance County law enforcement, to get on the right side of history. Stand up for what's right. Stand up for these black men and black women that are getting murdered and assassinated by law enforcement, not just in Alamance County, but all over this country. We won't stand for it. Today is the end of black men and women being a hashtag. Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what hypocrisy looks like. Show me what hypocrisy looks like.
What do we want? Change! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Change! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Change! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Change! When do we want it? Now! No good cop in a racist system! 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 Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on over. Come on in. This is public property. This is a public gathering space. And this is where, right in front of this courthouse, where we want to be for now. So tell the folks, come on up, come on in. This is so beautiful. Let's give ourselves a hand. Come on, y'all, keep the energy going. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart. Come on, community leaders. I do believe that we shall overcome some. We shall overcome. Lift it up, everybody. Come on, pull it together. Everybody, keep coming closer. Come on, keep coming closer. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We'll walk hand in hand. Come on, everybody. Walk hand in hand. Come on, everybody. Walk hand in hand someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We made it to our first of 2 landing points. Let's give ourselves a hand. We made it here safely. We made it here as a community. Thank you to all of our security and all of those who are guiding us and all of those who are covering us. And thank you to the medics and just the beloved community. Come on, I need some energy right now. I need some energy. Do you know what you're standing in front of? I need some energy. What do we want? When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Change. And when do we want it? Now. I want to call the beloved community ahead of some of our planned remarks. Some of you all have asked to speak, and I've asked others of you all to speak. I want to give you because there's going to be so many. So we want to put everybody on some sort of a timer from the community other than our planned remarks. And as they come, listen, when something resonates with you, I need you to make a noise, make some noise. I need people that have come to use their voices for change this afternoon, and I need you to support everybody that is coming to speak out and speak forth. Is that all right? Yeah. We want to encourage everybody. Now, y'all know why we're here. This is where many lives have changed for the worse in Alamance County. This is where innocent people have been convicted. On all sides, these institutions, innocent folks are locked up. When we get to the corner, we're going to lift up a chant for those who are in jail today. Because some of them should not be there. Some of them are there not because they are menaces to society, but because they can't afford the bail to be out here with us today. Some of them are in there because they can't afford the lawyers to plead their innocence or plead their cases so that they could be out here with us today. Folks have been processed through this courthouse, which is supposed to be a hall of justice, but in many cases, in a disproportionate number of cases towards black and brown people, it is a hall of injustice. That is why we are stopping by here right now, so that we can speak to this system of injustice right here in Alamance County and the systems that look just like this all over America and North Carolina. All right, Catherine Netter, will you come and share your remarks? And others, members of the community, we invite you to come forth. Let's give Catherine Jo Netter a hand right now.
You know, often the question is asked, where in God's name are the black officers? Not those in black skin, not Ben Carson's, Clarence Thomas's, but black people. Where are the black officers? Well, I'm here to tell you, here. When we stand up against racism and injustice, we get pushed out. I filed a racial discrimination complaint against B.J. Barnes in Guilford County, who was Terry Johnson's best friend.
All right.
And I got pushed out, but I came back with a black man that I thought would make change. And until the culture at these agencies change, it will not matter if the face changes. Come with us. So we've got to speak up and we've got to speak out.
That's it.
The word says, blessed are the peacekeepers, for they shall inherit the kingdom of God. As officers, we are supposed to be peacekeepers, not riot ragers. If you see something, you step in, you ask questions. You do not engage, push on crowds, advance on crowds.
That's right.
There is no law enforcement training that teaches officers to do what you saw demonstrated on Halloween.
That's right.
How symbolic is that? Acting like devils. That is not what we've been put in uniform to do. So I am here to tell you that I am seriously considering running for sheriff in Guilford County because I am tired of begging people to police the right way. These officers suited up in riot gear is wasting the taxpayers' dollars in Alamance County right now. Surely there's in the community other than a peaceful protest that you should be addressing and patrolling. Do you know the people in your patrol zones? Have you talked to them? Or do you just show up for a hot dog on National Night Out? It is time for community policing where we are the peacekeepers. We are not there just to make arrests, but we are there to keep the peace, and that wasn't done. So I just want to say to you, black officers, we are there. Out, but guess what? We may get pushed out, but we're not going to give up. And I'm worried. Lastly, I
always say, my grandfather used to say, if you want something done right, do it yourself. Well, I didn't like that when he said it because usually we had messed up some chores. But my grandmother said, by and by. And I understand it better, by and by. So guess what? I am going to do it myself because I'm tired of begging others to do it what they want. Thank you.
We need a sheriff in Alamance County.
We need a sheriff in Alamance County. We need a new sheriff in Alamance County. We need a sheriff that's going to bring change in Alamance County. I love y'all. Staying here today as a mother, as a sister, as a comrade, as a community leader, as a community spokesperson, as somebody who is here to speak up on the behalf of everybody who is tired. They print all these advisories of no destruction. We always come in peace.
There you go.
We never came in peace. We come unarmed.
Unarmed.
Every single time.
Every time.
No looting, no destruction.
Never.
You are destructing our souls.
That's right.
The fire is in our feet.
Come on.
We will not be shut down.
That's right.
By your nation.
We will not.
We will not be shut down by your false charges. We will continue to show up. We will continue to speak out. We will continue to call it out. We are tired, but we are not through. We will not be through until we see change, and even then we will keep fighting. Everyone accountable for their offices that they hold. I urge you, even though the word has been spread across the nation, I urge you to keep talking. Keep bringing light to what's going on in the world. When they don't want to hear you, talk to somebody who will. Don't shut up. Don't be quiet. Let them know what is going on in Alamance County. Let them know we will not stop. We come as a unit.
That's right.
All races, all backgrounds, one heart. We will stay as one heart.
That's right.
We will hold you accountable. We are going anywhere. Alamance County, what do we want?
Change.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want?
Change.
When do we want it?
Now. All right.
I want to make sure that if there's any other members of the community, right. At this time, I'm going to ask Reverend Dr. T. Anthony Spearman to come forth and give us some remarks. This is, I give you the state president of the NAACP, Dr. T. Anthony Spearman.
Good afternoon, everybody. let me say that you all don't know how good you look to me this afternoon. But one thing that I do want to say and remind us of is that the real measure of success for this gathering is going to show up a few days from now. The reason I say that is to remind us to adhere to social distancing mandates. We do not want to become a super spreader like number 45's events become every time. We are more precious to one another than that. I want to, first of all, say to you that I am the president of North Carolina NAACP, which represents more than 60 branches across the length and breadth of the North Carolina State Conference and 25 youth and college division chapters. When translated out, that means that we service about 20,000 members across the state of North Carolina. And those 20,000 members are sitting here with us today. My brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, nephews and nieces, cousins and friends, we come together this afternoon to gain justice for the next generation. That's right. We don't fight for ourselves. We fight for our, that's right. Our grandchildren, yes. Our nephews and our nieces. Yes. The NAACP, formed in 1909 on the 100th anniversary of the President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The great emancipator, as he is sometimes called, was assassinated at age 5. Balcony, after he had mobilized an army, white and black, to smash the sin-filled system of slavery. Dr. King was born 20 years after the NAACP was formed in 1929. He too was assassinated on a balcony way before his time. He was 39 years old. Dr. King would have celebrated his 92nd birthday on January 15th, 2021. That's 5 days. I repeat, 5 days before President-elect Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, who looks like so many of you, ignite the torch of truth and justice on Black Lives Matter Plaza in Washington, D.C. Give me a little trouble. In 1954, the NAACP legal team put a legal stake in the heart of the sin-filled system of Jim Crow, which Southern slavers and their grandchildren had invented to keep people of color in our places. 9 old white men ruled that any legal wedges between people of color are unconstitutional because any separation based on race deprived Americans of the equal protection of the laws. Montgomery, Alabama NAACP and her secretary, Ms. Rosa Parks, decided that she should test whether Jim Crow was dead in Alabama. And with the recently brutalized Emmett Till on her mind, she intentionally committed civil disobedience on us and was charged with a misdemeanor. And she, a 27-year-old minister, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the primarily black bus riders of Montgomery, walked and organized carpools for a year. And a year later, Jim Crow buses were banned in Alabama and soon in the entire South. The NAACP, the new generation of Southern leaders, learned the importance of giving space, place, and support to the new generation, particularly when they are prepared to step in strange circumstances like the ones we face today. A deadly pandemic, an open, racist, incompetent president, and a 60-year coordinated effort by the T to suppress the votes of an increasingly progressive and younger electorate who are innately more understanding of the devastation of the history that I just touched upon on colored people. Thank you for listening to this history, for it is long, but it is applicable to the movement here today. That's right. That's right. Against the policies, audacity of the Alamance County Sheriff, Terry Johnson, that's right, who quite frankly conducts himself and the sheriff's office just as if he were a grand supporter of Jim Crow, or himself a member of the white supremacist Tea Party. It is in his nature to foster a culture of bias, which undermines the sheriff's office from serving and protecting the African American community. So we, the North Carolina NAACP, has come to join in the fight for justice for the next generation. Like the Montgomery NAACP behind Rosa Parks, we know that near pulpit preaching has its limitations. Like the young Jesus of Justice standing before Pilate in the courthouse square. Come on, Doc. Some of us know we can preach more passionately, teach more effectively, come on, Doc, and reach more young people in our courthouse squares. Yeah. Rosa Parks was charged with a misdemeanor for her disobeying the unjust Jim Crow law. Oh, yeah? I, along with 1,000 others, were charged with trespassing in the people's house. The Alamance District Attorney had the unmitigated gall to charge my friend Gregory Drumright with 2 felonies. For what? For telling truth square, and for standing tall on behalf of the leaders of the next generation. Reverend Drumright, to you I say, stand tall.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Greg, I just want you to know that we've got your back. Stand and rest assured that in the service of justice, the spirit of unflinching courage will be brighter than brute force and power ever will. The more they trample on your rights, the more they endanger their own. Stand firm and fight on anyhow. Keep your hand on the gospel plow. Harder yet, may might. Might may often yield to might. Wickedness a while may reign. Satan's cause may seem to gain. There's a God. I said, there's a God that rules above, and of power and heart of love. And if we're right, I said, if we're right, and I know that we're right, that God will fight our battle. I said that God will fight our battle. And we will. Yes, we will. Have peace. Someday. The can never be defeated. Come on,
United will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. You say the people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Come on, the people united will never be defeated. One more time. People united will never be defeated. Let's hear it for Reverend Dr. T. Anthony Spearman. Thank you, Dr. Spearman. Thank you, NAACP State President, and all of those who are standing with us. I want to Winston Ellison, where you at, Queen? Oh, she left me. Okay. Okay, she's back. God bless you, Brother Adon. God bless you, Brother Sean. Glad to see you. Listen, is Byron here? I know Byron was preparing some remarks. Where are you, brother? We want to see you. We're not going to be distracted by interruption, you all. That's right. We're not going to be distracted by interruption. There's one person. All attention for just one person. The people united will never. I said the people united will never be defeated. I said the people. One more time. The people united will never be defeated. Amen. You know, while we wait on some of our other commenters, I just want to say that has with the law enforcement community. We are here calling for police reform, not just sheriff reform. We're here calling for Graham Police Department reform as well. We need to be clear about the record on October 31st that before the Alamance County Sheriff's Office released chemical reagents on peaceful protesters, the Graham Police Department released chemicals on peaceful protesters as well. Not only has Sheriff Terry Johnson and the Alamance County Sheriff's Office met with community members to divide us since the 31st, Cole and the Graham Police Department has convened those meetings as well. The trust has eroded. No amount of single-sided backdoor closed to the general meetings support the agendas of the Graham Police Department and the Alamance County Sheriff's Department.
Say that. Say that.
People for Change, now they want to meet with us. Wow. Revolutionary Love want to meet with us. Alamance Alliance for Justice, now they want to say something to us. Only after they use chemical weapons and excessive force against us do they now want to meet with us. Lord Jesus. Only after facing peace all summer long do they have something to say about us now. Do you all understand the record? Only after on demonstrators and supporters of our movement all summer long do they now want to meet with our clergy? Do they now want to meet with our community? Do they now want to help us organize for reform? It's too late for that. And let me be clear, they don't want to meet with all of us. That's right. Alamance Alliance for Justice, have they asked to meet with you all? They don't want to meet with all of us. Only a few. I sent a letter, Terry Johnson, on October 9th, inviting you to a meeting. I sent a letter inviting you and your department to co-organize with us for the 31st. Terry Johnson, why did that letter go unanswered? In my October 26th, Chief Christy Cole, I reminded her after and communications that the niceties and the pleasantries that we exchange have unfortunately not kept back black people from being targeted, mistreated, brutalized, racially arrested, charged, imprisoned, shot, and killed by law enforcement. Agree on the truth before we can have another meeting.
That's right. That's right. Yes, sir.
Can I say that one more time? And I want to know all those who are meeting with our oppressors to understand this tenet. We need to agree on the truth before we can establish another single-sided meeting with the law enforcement community that we need to be reformed. A monument of a Confederate soldier still stands in the place where a black man a black public official in 1870. Wyatt Outlaw, put some respect on his name. Was marched down North Main Street and hung to his death. There is also a historic marker on Main Street that uplifted war generals that killed him. But there is still no mention of him or his unjust death in this community. Down at this courthouse square, the people of Alamance County and organizations standing with the residents, such as our own, have decided our rights to speak out and organize against these truths. We will not be distracted by interruption.
That's right, that's right. People.
United will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
The people will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
We are here activating against racist news. A racist news source that has cooperated against the Hispanic and the black community for too long in Alamance County. It's time for them to go. United will be defeated. People united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Why? Why did the Alamance News report on 3 minutes of my 20-minute speech last week? What was the purpose of the news of my house in their newspaper? What does that have to do with Black Lives Mattering? Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Why would the Alamance County Sheriff's Office post a redacted 3 minutes of my 20-minute speech last week, where I shared justice and solidarity, that we do have options? It's either a riot or a march. And because race come in peace and love, we will never be the cause of a riot. We will always be the cause of a peaceful protest. Why? How is it that a public entity like the Sheriff's Office seek to defend the public against peaceful organizers? We need to have a conversation with the Federal Department of Justice. We need to have a conversation with the Attorney General. We need to discuss why the Graham Police Department and the Alamance Sheriff's Department is harming our people. We need to discuss why we had to sue the city of Graham over executive orders that limited assemblies after a series of protests near the Confederate statue earlier this summer. We need to talk about that. There are people out here who still have to go to court because their First Amendment right to protest was violated this summer. We need to discuss why the black population in Alamance County is of 9%, yet blacks right here in Alamance make up nearly 40% of the arrests. To ask Alamance News why they won't run that story. We need to ask Terry Johnson why he won't comment on that. Across North Carolina, there are no proportionate numbers anywhere. On average, blacks make up half the arrests, and in Alamance County, they're even greater. Do you know why we're out here? What do we want? And when do we want it? And when do we want it? Alamance Sheriff's uses jail booking and detention practices, including practices relative to immigration status checks, to discriminate Latinos. The sheriff and the Alamance County Sheriff's Office leadership deputies to target Latinos with discriminatory traffic stops and other enforcement activities. The sheriff and the Alamance County leadership foster a culture of bias by using anti-Latino epithets. They engage in some reporting and monitoring practices that mask discrimination, and that's why we're out here, because we're calling for that sheriff to step down. Are over. We want a new sheriff in Alamance County. We're going to stay focused. Come this far. I quote, Assistant Attorney General for the Civil Rights Division found, and I quote, for everyone is one why we're here. And for the very small minutia of people who are sending hate mail to me, saying that we have created the problem, to help you to understand the facts.
Yes, sir.
Thomas Perez, former Assistant Attorney General for the Civil Rights Division of the federal government, an investigation of Sheriff Terry Johnson right here in Alamance County. County Sheriff's Office egregious pattern of racial profiling violates the Constitution and federal laws and creates distrust between the police and the community and inhabits the reporting of crime and cooperation in criminal investigations. Do you all understand why we're out here on a cold November afternoon? The fact of the matter is we want police and criminal justice reform in this building behind us, in the office on the other side. Locked up should not be there right
reform today. A lot of our causes are grounded in white supremacy and racism in this county and in this nation. Guys, it's gonna take us all. Appreciate the people that are here today, but I'm gonna call out the rest of my community. I'm calling out the rest of my community. I'm calling out to anyone who feels that criminal justice reform is necessary in Alamance County. We've been here on the ground very, very active since July. And we're going to continue to be very, very active until we see change in this community. Just wanted to mention something really quick, but I know we're ready to get going and continue with the demonstration. But I've been feeling this, and I have two first cousins. Both of them came from a single parent home. Their mother raised them, and once they were grown, they resulted in selling drugs, trying to make a living for their family. They were young boys and young men in their 20s, and they were indicted by federal agents and sentenced to life sentences for drug charges. They lived in Alamance County, but there was a federal indictment from Tennessee, and not just my cousins, but several of Alamance County's family members, sons, brothers, fathers. And those kind of operations continue in this county under the leadership of Terry Johnson. Over the summer, prior to our demonstrating in July, right after the death of George Floyd, can we go ahead and say his name, guys? George Floyd. Say his name. George Floyd. Thank you. Back in June, Alamance County sentenced a Western Alamance high school teacher and coach. He got a sentencing. This happened in November. What happened, you say? He was charged with 6 counts of indecent liberties with a minor. If you're really close to me right now, you probably see my hand shaking because I'm full of emotions. I have a minor that attends this public school system, teenage girl. And I would hate if an instructor, a leader, was charged and sentenced to assaulting and violating my child and only receive 36 months of probation in Alamance County. How do you guys feel about that? The ones out here, the ones that are watching this live stream. This is an unjust system. Alamance County has a very unjust system. We could be out here for days talking about the differences that we see. Pastor Drumwright has already talked about the discriminations that this sheriff has been not just accused of. Guys, we've seen it. We've seen it on 1031. We watched how we were peacefully assembled. We have to continue to say that, even though every time we come in peace, we've never had weapons, we've never attacked people. However, we have to continue to claim on our ventures into Graham that we're coming peaceful. We don't get greeted in peace. Being pepper sprayed, my children being pepper sprayed, my mother being out here being pepper sprayed, your mother's being out here pepper sprayed, your children being out here pepper sprayed, that's not acceptable. So today, Alamance County, we stand with several leaders in this community. We stand with several people of this community, individuals of this community who believe that criminal justice reform is necessary here. Josh Stein, Governor Roy Cooper, please continue to watch and understand what's going on in Alamance County, and don't just watch, but come in and assist with this system.
Y'all ready to move forward? I didn't get to this, but I know there's a few others at our final landing point right there at the monument. We're going to have a song and some others. We're going to stop here and lift up these folks that are currently incarcerated. I just want to say that no distractions. As I lead you down this sidewalk, I just want to thank you all for standing with me. This is not a Greg Drumrat movement, but I am the new face of a felon in Alamance County. And I went out here fighting for myself all summer long. I've been fighting for our nephews and our nieces and our sons and our fathers. And we need to stay together. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Come on, let's continue our good trouble for change today. We ready, we ready, we ready for change. Where's Sean? We ready, we ready, we ready for change. We ready, we ready, we ready for change. We ready, we ready, we ready for change. We ready, we ready, we ready for what? For change. We ready, we ready. One more cousin. Say we ready. We ready. Yes, we are. We ready. We ready. We ready for change. We ready. We ready. We ready. Yes, we are. We ready for change. We right now say for what y'all, for what y'all, for what we ready. Yes we are. Yes we are. Yeah. We ready. We ready. We for what?
to the dance.
This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
As we stand here, we can hear them beating on the windows. Let's make some noise so that they will know we are out here for them.
We love you.
Come on, let's keep it going.
Hey, no justice, no peace.
We are out here for you. No justice.
No peace.
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 Y'all come on back on the sidewalks. No good cops in the racist system.
No good cops in the racist system.
On the sidewalks, y'all.
Take it to the
If you're
sidewalk.
not media, on the sidewalks.
Who keep us safe? We keep us safe. Who keep us safe? We keep us
Who keep us safe?
We keep us safe.
Who keep us safe?
We keep us safe.
We keep us
Look at the church man.
We keep us safe.
Look at the church man. Now look at the church man.
Dr. Spearman
It's the youth group.
corrected me, and I received his correction.
It's the youth group church man.
Those of us who are out here on this sidewalk, this is what democracy looks like. Those who are in that jail, many of whom may be innocent, that is what hypocrisy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. That is what hypocrisy looks like.
That is what hypocrisy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
That is what hypocrisy looks like.
That is what hypocrisy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
That is what hypocrisy looks like.
That is what hypocrisy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
What democracy looks like.
That is what democracy looks like.
That is what democracy looks like.
Alamance County Sheriff's Office, we are putting you on notice.
Got your pepper spray ready with your pepper spray. Y'all know y'all love the pepper spray, people. Terry Johnson's got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Terry Johnson's got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Jerry Daddy got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Terry Johnson's got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Your sugar daddy got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Your sugar daddy got to go.
Terry Johnson's got to go. Hey, hey.
Ho, ho. Your sugar daddy got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Your sugar daddy got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Your sugar daddy's got to go.
Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Terry Johnson's got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Terry Johnson's got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Terry Johnson's got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho.
Terry Johnson's got to go.
I want to say to this sheriff, to Lieutenant Sykes, who is standing out here, why have you decided to meet and divide our community in a single-sided, closed-door meeting where you invited none of the people that you violated, none of the people that you used chemical agents against, none of the people that you used excessive force against, to hear your remarks. We demand an apology. And all of you sheriff deputies that are standing by, if it was your sons and your daughters, you would want an apology too. If it was your parents, if it was your grandparents, if it was your children, your babies, your elders, you would want an apology too. Don't apologize to our preachers and not apologize to our protesters. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Terry Johnson's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, 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 Terry Johnson's got to go. Hey, hey, never saw one. Ho, ho. Terry Johnson's got to go. Oh, he wants something to endure.
He's looking for a reason. He's looking for a reason.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, Terry Johnson's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Terry Johnson's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Terry Johnson's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Terry Johnson's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho.
There's that truck again. I don't know what you're doing. I haven't seen him out here in the past like 3 or 4 months. Yeah, if he is here, a lot of times he'll just be sitting in his cruiser in the back of the lot somewhere. Moving.
Look at him.
Come on, guys, let's move away. Keep moving, walk away. Hey. Come on, keep moving. Stay on the sidewalk. sidewalk.
Fist up! Right behind you. Changed it the last 4 years. Communities are hurting. Communities are hurting. Racism.
I think they're gonna go across that street and up to the
Sanctions, basically.
courthouse. I believe.
You happy y'all got me?
They went for the. Did you know what they said? The Ben Briscoe told me. Yeah. It's just straight cutting. Who needs to shoot now? Yeah, but it's. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So when I point, just kind of reference to the crowd.
Yeah. So stand there. Your mic is hot. You're in focus. You may go whenever you would like.
A large crowd of protesters walking through the streets of Graham for a protest, and police following along and standing by. The demonstration was peaceful, and its stated purpose was to advocate for police and criminal justice reform. You can see the protesters here walking on the sidewalk. The rally was organized by Gregory Drumright, the same organizer of the March to the Polls rally in late October, which ended in police deploying pepper spray and arresting protesters and a journalist. Today the event was peaceful so far, no arrests, no altercations, though tensions were high at points, including when Graham police showed up unexpectedly before the rally started, handing out papers stating the rally was not permitted, no permits. Police followed along throughout the entire time during the march. Protesters held signs for racial justice and police reform, chanting and singing, stopping at the courthouse and in front of the jail, stating many lives have changed here for the worst. A small handful of counter-protesters approached them and police spoke with them. Reporting in Graham, I'm Ben Smart.
Okay. Good. Back. Let's go this way.
It won't be like we stopping traffic.
I'm like, what you grabbing me for?
Television obviously said there's no comparison. In terms of newspapers.
Do they need us to send that back, or are they rolling on that? Yeah, okay. Okay, the last group is past the courthouse, or whatever you want to call it, Sheriff's Department Courthouse.
I mean, Jesus got angry and tore over the table, did he not? Blue lives matter, fucking shit.
Oh, that's right.
No, that was my turn over the table. I just asked the word.
You know what never gets old when you do shit like this? Confused ass white people. Like, what are they doing?
surrounding the police station. We need people on the front side, please. Thank you. Y'all keep coming, keep coming. All right, y'all can stand and face this way. We're gonna be here just for a moment. Just for a moment. Stay on the sidewalk. Just for a moment. Thank you. Can we get y'all to come on this side? We want to surround the police station, y'all. Thank you so much. Are y'all tired?
No!
I've been running for justice for a long time. I'm not tired yet. I've been running for justice for a long time. I'm not tired yet. I've been running for justice for a long time. I'm not tired yet. I've been running for justice for a long time. I'm not tired yet. Say, oh no, I'm not tired yet. I said, oh no, I'm not tired yet. I said, oh no, I'm not tired yet. I said, oh no, I'm not tired yet. Listen, we know Chief Cole is in there. When we walked up, we seen him closing the windows. But they know we was coming. They thought we were going to the monument, but we had to stop by here today to let them know we're not tired yet. We had to stop by the ground police department to let them know it's not just Terry Johnson. It's our police department as well that is also targeting minorities. I want you all to stand here with me just for a moment. We'll go to the monument and then we're going home. And we're going home together. And we're going home safe. And we're going home free. But there are so many people that can't do that tonight. And we need to make sure that we send a message to the ground police department that we're ready for change. Chief Cole, we know you just started, but it's time for you to step down already.
That's right, that's right.
You sent a command after our march, after our October 26th letter, where we asked you in writing not to use chemical reagents to seek to control a crowd. And you all know what they did. They did it anyway. Not to use excessive force against peaceful protesters. And you all know what they did. They did it anyway. We're calling for police reform. We're calling for change. We're calling for Chief Christy Cole to step down from that office so we can find a capable police chief that will take care of the entire community, not just some of our community. What do we want? Change. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Change. And when do we want it? Now. I can't hear you. What do we want? Change. And when do we want it? Now. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. I said Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. No justice. No peace. No racist. Police. No justice. No peace. No racist. Police. No justice. No peace. No racist. Police. Come on. No justice. No peace. No racist. Police. Listen, I know we've been out here for 2.5 hours. Stand tall with us. I know the temperature is dropping. Give us 30 more minutes. We're here for change. Let's give everybody a hand for hanging with us this far. We're going to the monument. We're going to stand there for a few minutes. We're going to hear a song. There's 1 or 2 more comments for the community. I want you all to stand with us. And let's make sure that we remain peaceful and focused. All right? It might be time to button up them coats, but I still believe that Black Lives Matter. And I still believe that change is within our reach.
Yes, it is.
Justice for the next generation.
Justice for the next generation.
Justice for the next generation.
Justice for the next generation. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Christian Coleman's got to go. Hey, hey.
Yeah, I think we can go through here.
Can we shoot one more whip?
Yeah, here. They're gonna go, let's see if they turn right up here. If not, we'll go out in front of them, do it as they approach the square. They still have us, correct?
Yeah, we're still live.
Oh my gosh, Steve, use a champ. So, we'll hustle up to the next intersection and we'll do it as they approach it. Excuse me. It's all good, man.
Right, yes.
Make the light cross. Okay. You'll stand right there.
Okay, they're switching.
Stand by, I gotta get another white balance.
Alright.
White car, this white car.
Alright, they're setting it up, they said.
We need to hurry up. Your mic is hot.
Alright.
They need to hurry it up, he's right there.
Yeah. Maybe we'll keep walking.
Okay. Hang on, I'm just getting some.
This is what democracy looks like.
they're willing.
Okay.
Happening right now, a large crowd of protesters has been walking through the streets of Graham this Sunday afternoon. You can see them coalescing right there on this street corner. The demonstration has been peaceful. Its stated purpose was to advocate for police and criminal justice reform. The rally was organized by Gregory Drumright, the same organizer of the March to the Polls rally in late October, which ended in police deploying pepper spray and arresting protesters and a journalist. Today the event has been peaceful, no arrests that we've seen so far, limited altercations. Tensions have been high though, as Graham police showed up unexpectedly before the rally started, handing out papers stating the rally was not permitted. It did not have a permit. Police have been following along the entire time as protesters have been marching, holding signs for racial justice and police reform, stopping at the courthouse and in front of the jail, stating that many lives had changed there for the worse. A small handful of counter-protesters approached them and police spoke with them. Reporting in Graham, I'm Ben Smart.
Guys, let's welcome to this court square, honoring their name. Say his name right out loud. Say his name. Say his name. Leon Rivers, say his name. Say his name. Jaquan White, say his name. Say his name.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome.
In your dreams. In your dreams. In your dreams.
why are you so triggered? You can do your black power, but I can't do my white power, huh? Is it black power only? Boy. Oh, come on. No, come back. Come on, guys. Let's keep it moving, guys. Keep the spacing, guys. Keep the spacing.
You got more to live for. And at the same time, I got the freedom of speech. I can say what the fuck I want to say. And I'm going to say it when I want to say it. And ain't nobody going to stop me, period. Period. So stop telling me what to say.
Boy. You're back to Pittsburgh. No, he's great. You don't like it? Do something about it.
She did it again. Bye, boy. Oh, boo-hoo! Pussy!
You're part of this march. Let's keep moving.
You better move it.
It ain't worth it. Thank you. Y'all gonna be happy when the damn government puts y'all's ass back in the damn concrete.
You're part of this march. Let's keep moving.
Oh, you think you can? Oh, you're funny. You're funny.
If y'all are part of the march, let's keep moving.
You think you're such a bad We're looking at him. Looking at him. Who you calling boy? By somebody. Oh, what, you want to own a white man? Is that what you want? Is that what you're saying?
What did you just tell me just now? Back in the cotton field? Is that what isn't that what you just said?
No,
isn't that what you
you're
just
taking
said?
it all out of context. You want to run your mouth, so you want to do it.
Hey, well, let's hey, we can go now, man. Let's take it in. Let's take it in. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Don't worry about him. Come on, here comes the come on. Come on, stick your ass good.
They're realer than you.
You said what?
Never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Never say anything for the white man. The same thing. People united will never be defeated. Everybody goes on today, people. Let's go. Everybody's going on today, people. Let's go.
No, you're not.
No, I'm telling you.
I'll let you once again send a message to our county commissioners here in Graham.
I know what you're talking about. I thought it was
That we're waiting for change.
change. But this is a symbol of hatred, bigotry, and bias. Are y'all tired? That must come down. These statues have come down all around Alamance County. All around of North Carolina. The people have spoken for these symbols, these monuments of white supremacy to be removed. I believe change is in our reach. I believe change is in our reach. Terry Johnson, we have a recording of you saying that this is nothing but concrete. Terry Johnson, why don't you take it? Folks out here have heard Terry Johnson say that this monument doesn't mean anything to him. Terry, why don't you say that in front of ACTVAC? Y'all must be tired. Come on with it, Justice Crew. Terry, say that in front of ACTVAC. Terry, say that in front of the daughters of the Confederates. Terry, say that in front of the proud boys that we know that you know. Say it in front of, thank you, Reverend Allison. Say it in front of the county commissioners, Terry Johnson. And the reason why Terry Johnson won't say it is because he's speaking with a split tongue. He said one thing tonight, he said one thing to black organizers and another thing to white organizers. He's standing in front of our preachers and saying one thing, and standing in front of our suppressors and saying another thing. It's time to come clean, Terry Johnson! And when we tear it down, we want you to come down too.
Are you
Black
the
Lives
media?
Matter!
Gentlemen talking about the
Black Lives Matter!
Can I take a picture of your thing? Because would like to find the video of that with Carter.
Say his name. Say his name. Say it loud. Say it proud.
George Floyd!
In the name of Breonna Taylor, say her name.
Breonna Taylor!
In the name of Breonna Taylor, say her name.
Breonna Taylor!
Say her name. Say her name. Say her name.
Breonna Taylor!
Stand here in the name of the trans community because trans lives matter. And our last community meeting, much like we do when we say not just black folks, not just white folks, not just brown folks, but green folks and yellow folks. I attach others.
So like, you think this shit didn't anger me?
If I offended that community, I would we stand here in solidarity with the LGBTQIA+ community today. And that will never change with anything that I'm attached with. And yes, I am a preacher.
I mean, for me to come up and ring it, and the police would block it,
We are standing here in the name of civil rights for people in the Latino community. The life of Vanessa, who was lost this year. We stand here in the name of the Mexican community that has been targeted as well. The Hispanic community here that has been targeted and disparaged as well. Their lives matter to us as well.
That was my first day here.
Let's bring it home. Say his name. Leon. Leon Bevin. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Christian Briggs. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Quiet Outlaw. 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 Community over there because love always wins. We said it on November 3rd. We're going to say it one more time. I hope that you'll follow my lead. But if you look over there and tell our sisters and brothers, we have the audacity to love you too. Love always wins. We prepare to bring our movement today to a close. I want to thank you. I know it's late in the year. I know the sun has
I
gone
said
down.
Gary Williamson. I said you mad for me ringing your fucking bell. I got arrested for that. I tell you something.
You know who I'm talking to. You know I'm not hiding.
Everybody say black friends, but that doesn't, this is a history of hatred. You know, you fucking once you go black, you never go back. You know once you go black, you never go back.
Thank you so much. Amy Cooper, thank you so much. Yes, Jamari.
You know I gotta talk to him. But look. Okay. She can tell you, we've been down here. Because I've seen her every time. Yeah, I've seen you literally every time. Because we tried to get you on camera and you're not married.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I ain't got to commit no crime to have to worry about. They don't just fucking point people out for nothing. Yes, they do. No, the color you don't.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
White privilege, you'll pull a trigger on people, and they will you. Where's your dental insurance? Don't shoot me, your dental insurance. Where's your That's what you're worried about.
Don't read the fucking statistics. It is. It's proof of fact. I got you on that every day. Every day. Bitch, I wouldn't goddamn touch your shit. Don't go there. You ain't never the goddamn left here. Bring your bitch ass. Don't go there. Don't do that. Bring your bitch ass. Bring it up here.
Yeah, you're not going to win. You are not going to win. You are not going to win. You are not going to win. I'm telling you. I'm not touching you. You are not going to touch her, man. You are not going to touch her. You don't know me. You don't know us. You don't know me. You don't know us. You don't know me. I'm telling you, you're not going to touch no woman out here. You ain't going to threaten no woman. I don't give a fuck. Let's keep it chill. This woman right here. He just threatened this woman right here. He threatened her. I'm not going to touch no woman out here. Send him away. Take him away. Anybody, everybody, you're not going to touch nobody out here. Hey, fuck you. Hey. You're not going to get everybody calm, okay?
All right. You're letting him come over here.
I'm not. I'm trying to calm down. I'm telling them I can't get all I'm not talking about you, man. I'm talking about him. Okay. I can't talk to one person at a time. Back up, y'all. Leave some space. Leave the sidewalk open. All right? Ma'am, you're cool with your sign, but can't be shoving nobody's face. Got it? All right.
Y'all done with y'all goddamn authority. Bye. Let's go. We got it, bro. We got this. We keep us safe.
That's right.
I ain't got to go nowhere. Shut the fuck up.
See, you trying to be nice. You cannot be nice to your
It ain't wrong to say the F word. Fuck you. How about that, Jay?
I cannot hear a damn word you're saying. Face it straight.
Reverend John Myers asking everybody to go home. Reverend John Myers asking everybody to make it serious so we can make tracks together.
Let's move it out. Let's move it out.
So we all move.
Ain't nobody holding you. Nobody touching you.
We're moving together. We're leaving together.
Let's go. Now.
Let's go. Let's go home, friends. Come on, family. Moving together with love. We came together, we need together. We came together, we need together.
Let's go. Let's move. Let's move. Let's move.
That's why you say we keep us safe. We keep us safe. We keep us safe. Go get your kids.
We don't need to engage with them about shit. Come on, y'all. They don't do
Let's go.
Come on, people, move
The
out.
clown show over here.
Talk to me. You ain't even got your kids.
I'm out there. Go ahead, y'all. We keep us safe. Go ahead, y'all. No, come on. I'm good. I know. Come on. Yeah.
We're going to leave it leave it out.
They're good. The rest of them are probably
With time, you'll accept your loss. It'll just take time.
Is that everybody? Let's go. This outbound. This outbound. Well, you ain't really mean that.
I know, get that.
Go near him. You got a flashlight.
Jordan Green says we're the violent people.
Jamie, you good?
it's not about us.
No, I'm asking if. Yeah, we're supposed to be meeting at the drum right now. Come on, we need to move.
Photographs of a lot of people. Yeah,
Come on, Thomas. The ground's right here, Thomas. Why are you out there?
Let's be storming together.
Hey, whenever we can cross, let me know. I'm shooting to you. Let's go.
I'll be back, Tommy. Oh, we got Lindsay. You want to go too? I buy pizza for us. Let's move.
We good, yeah.
I just said, come on, guys, let's go while we can. Shit, all right, let's let them. Yo, okay, come on. Here. All right, come on, y'all. Come on, we can't stop them forever.
Thank you so much.
We need feet moving.
Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Thank you. Scale back. Let's go.
Are y'all the last Thank you so much.
Take care, Stewart. See you next time.
See you next part, Stewart.
That's still on, by the way. Wow. Champ. Come on.
That's where you started off, buddy. Hey, Thomas, you're fired. You're fired, Thomas. You're fired.
Maybe not like a full wrap up, but like, you know, an update.
Yeah.
This is Elon at courthouse.
Your mic is hot. Stand by. Your show.
The crowd of protesters walking through Graham have wrapped up. We are here in front of the historic courthouse and Confederate monument. Tensions ran high at times. Graham police followed along, but all in all, the protest ran pretty smoothly. We'll do one more. Let's do one more when you're ready.
Your show, mic's hot.
Tensions ran high at times as a large crowd of protesters walked through the streets of Graham. The purpose of the demonstration was to advocate for criminal justice and police reform.
Good.
Sit there the whole time. Sit there right there in front of me.
They don't want to live their life. They want the government to pay for their shit.
Yeah. Where's he work at? Maybe we can get him fired. Oh, I forgot about that. They don't work. Well, they teach terrorism. They teach terrorism classes in Elon. That's the only thing I know. That's right. Is that right? You can ask me anything you want to. I can give it to you.
Well, we can either stay here or we can walk out with the try.
They want to tear it down. Died, and that's what the president here today. It's been pulling up to them. It's like being on the field. And they don't like it because they say it's racist. They didn't own those slaves. I've never owned those slaves.
And they don't care.
So, but they want to give them money. They took it down in Pittsburgh. They still go to Pittsburgh on protest, and they want to let all the jails out because of the COVID. And they end up at a place they locked up. Well, they can pull $10 and they'll be just like that. I mean, you gotta look at it. So just an easy point of view. You know, these people are, they wouldn't get paid. They wouldn't be there doing it because they're not going to spend their own money. Now, none of these people, one of them are black, standing here with me.
You're going to be tired tomorrow morning. You're going to be tired.
You think I won't?
We, the people. You, the people.
Snag him for a comment once possible.
He won't talk.
My vote counts just as much as the rest of them.
So we got Elon kids out here.
You can make it if you want.
The Bible says all thy flesh. Y'all know what Bible y'all read from? Hello, no more Bible. No more Bible. The Bible says
there ain't been no racism here in the county in many years. Go.
He was in my fucking face. He got in my fucking face and started beating on me. I started beating on him. You spit on me, bitch. You got to take your get out of fucking ass and start spitting on my fucking ear. You pushed it. Because you got in my fucking face. It don't matter. Let's go. Let's get the fuck. You better get the hell out of here. No. Get her. Let's go.
Why don't you leave? He's paid to be here. He said he
You better get your little punk ass out of here is what you better do. Who the fuck said I was paid to be here?
He said he was afraid to be here.
Yeah.
His people was dying.
Oh yeah. He's cranked up. Look at his eyes. Look at his little crack eyes. We need to go now. He's up on some stuff. Oh. Bodyguard can take you away, right?
Well, see, you come up and look at him. I'm dragging his eyes.
You like your mama should have.
You that said you had
Hi, sorry about that.
I'm sorry, what happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Something
With my sunglasses on, you can't see the smile getting through my eyes. Eric, take care, buddy.
That's how you make the money right there. Hey, you can pay taxes with that too. Keep it up.
You can unhook this and
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, cattywampus crazy.
Have you ever done anything like this before?
No.
Okay.
But I mean, I just speak
Sure,
what I feel,
absolutely,
and that's
yeah.
how I feel.
That's all we can ask you to do.
Hang on, I gotta get the dang thing through this.
Oh, it's TV. Come on, man. Everything goes smooth.
You should have enough aid. I got you.
Okay.
Hang on.
You can just talk to me, kind of block out the
I
camera.
am focused. I am rolling.
Just to kick things off, tell me your first and last name and spelling for
My
me.
name is Gladys, and I'm from Graham. I've been here all my life.
And Gladys, tell me what kind of brought you out here today, in the downtown square as the protesters walk through.
Because I stand for our businesses, our local businesses. They work so hard out here to make it every day, and COVID's not making it easy. Because I have a business of our own, and it's not easy with COVID going on. And then they come down here and they hide bricks around town, and our citizens and our local police officers had to go around with buckets and pick all these bricks up to keep them from going through windows in our downtown, except for the Muse.
Okay.
I mean, it was made known,
Sure.
not the Muse, but
Gladys, what's your reaction when you hear they're advocating what they say for police and criminal justice reform? What's your reaction when you hear that?
I believe that all lives matter. And I mean, police lives, white lives, black lives, Mexican lives, all lives matter. And all I think is that I just wish everybody would just get along, you know? All we are standing for is that we just want some peace, you know? We are not trying to cause hate. We're not trying to cause trouble. We just want peace in our town. And a lot of us are from here. The people that come through here, most of them aren't even from our town, you know? They have no idea what our town's been through and all the hardships that we've gone through and that we've overcome to get to where we are now. And they complain about our statue, but our statue is actually a black man. Did you know that? The Confederate statue is a black man. It's not a white man. Why do you want to tear down a statue that has no meaning? I mean, you know, it doesn't hurt anybody. All it is something nice to look at when you come through town, you know? I mean, I don't understand why we have to have all this hate.
And just kind of in summary, you know, you're here with some other folks from the community.
I am, some of my friends.
You know, if you could kind of send a message to people about what brought you out here today, you know, as they walk through, how would you summarize that?
I just want people to be nice to one another, because that's what all we have to do is just be nice to one another. And I mean, nobody is being picked on. They bring trouble amongst themselves because they bring in the violence. I mean, nobody's trying to be violent. We're all just trying to make people understand, you know, this is our town, and we just like it the way it is, you know?
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Could you tell us how to spell Gladys real quick?
Gladys.
Thank you very much.
Didn't they say, well, they got a mask on, how are we supposed to identify them? That's what they tell me.
Probably hit that now.
For those who are still watching the stream, we're going to be powering everything down now. Thank you for tuning in on this long, sometimes tense, but ultimately in the end, peaceful march. Ben Smart and I have worked hard to bring it to you.
No arrests that we saw.
Walk back together, like they said. All right, we're gonna go ahead and power down now. Thank you for watching. To those in the studio, if you can hear us on the feed, you'll get our call soon, but we are powering down now.